Good evening. Welcome to the January session of the Jackson County Board of Education. Call the meeting to order. Everybody's had a chance to read the agenda tonight. So can I get approval on the agenda as written?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any minutes? Dr. Howard, any amendments that we need to add to the minutes there?
Nope, I think Amanda's provided the minutes for you and from
Okay.
last month
All right.
in the last packet, and then of course there's no additions or changes to the agenda.
Very good. All right, so all right, turn it over to you at this
All
point.
right, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks to everyone for we've started the 2018 much like we left 2017, and that is a plea for flexibility. So thank you for being flexible and being here this evening. This is not our normal evening meeting, so just a reminder that our February board meeting, which will be on Monday, February 12th, will be quite a lengthy meeting. We've moved all of our recognitions that were scheduled for Monday to the 12th of February, so that'll be long, as well as that includes our Teacher of the Year recognition, so that'll be lengthy. And we'll be highlighting Jackson County High School as well as Maysville, and the meeting was tentatively, well, it was originally scheduled for Maysville, but because of the volume of folks that we expect, because of the recognitions, we've moved it to Jackson County High School, and we'll host it there in the auditorium, but we'll recognize both schools. So we'll have a highlight of Maysville, a highlight of Jackson County, recognize our Teachers of the Year, and then catch up on our recognition. So each are Wheaties that day.
6 o'clock.
We are going to start at 6 o'clock. Thank you for asking that, because the first few minutes of that will be a phase out hearing, and so we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But it will begin at 6 o'clock. The official meeting beginning at 6:30, as it usually does. So the first item under superintendent's comments there is just to apologize for us having to miss on Monday. Dr. Cook and Dr. Boyle were very accommodating and gracious and understood. And if Mr. Bryant didn't feel well and we were risking icy conditions that did not materialize, but you know, I think it's probably better that we reschedule. I texted you all and we communicated some, but I have not confirmed that. I hope that today you can talk among yourselves. Dr. Cook and Dr. Boyle are available both the 12th and the 13th, and we can certainly accommodate either day. I wanted you all to have face-to-face conversations and be able to confirm that, knowing that February 12th's board meeting is quite a lengthy meeting. So if we do it on the 12th, it's a 6-hour training. It will be quite a lengthy day, and that's perfectly fine. That's fine. We're going to be here either way, or the 13th. So hopefully you all can have conversations at some point before we leave today, and we'll finalize either the Monday the 12th or Tuesday the 13th for that.
Did they give you a third option by chance?
No, I could follow up with him and ask for a third if we need to. If we need to, I can certainly follow up with him. So, and then the second item, and I just want to again, the work session last Thursday was our first welcome of Mr. Gilbert, and since he's been here, we've covered some territory pretty quickly, haven't we? Yeah. He's certainly given a great deal of time to us already, and Josh and I, and David and I, many of us have spent some time. That we have visited the high impact schools right now that seem to be having, you know, the greatest concerns. West Jackson Middle School we visited on Friday. Their renovation is coming this spring and summer, so we wanted to make sure he had an opportunity to visit that school, and he certainly had an opportunity to see the need there, and the sardines packed in there. And by the way, their enrollment as of today was 1023. So they've grown about 20
So
kids.
they've even enrolled more since a week ago.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, they're coming in quite quickly. So
Not surprising.
yeah, it's not that growth that's coming. And then we also visited Jackson County High School. So especially considering the conversations that we've been having related to the priority of focusing on the construction of the new high school on Skelton Road, the process of phasing out Jackson County simply to take advantage of capital outlay funds. And Mr. Gilbert and Josh and several of us continue to have conversations, and there are many great uses that we can use local funds to invest in Jackson County in the future for how we use that for the College and Career Center, but we still feel like the priority is to get the new high school, and that's not a possibility without us being able to tap into some of those capital outlay funds. So in our conversations with the Department of Education as well as legal counsel, it's preferable that we go ahead and have hearings so that folks understand. So we will be prepared at the February work session and the February board meeting, 6 o'clock at both, to share with our community and have an official hearing. We will not I mean, folks can call and speak, and it will be a hearing, just so that folks understand that we have 5 years to repurpose that building as we build the facility for the West community. And our goal and our intent is to repurpose that as a program extension and make it a college and career center. So while it is a phase-out resolution that officially helps us with the reduction of instructional units, we're not closing or mothballing that building by any sense of the imagination. It's just a kind of a technicality for it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So wanted you just to be aware of that, to count for Thursday, February 8th, and then Monday, February the 12th, that we will have official phase-out hearings available. And then Monday, January 8th, which is this past Monday, the national championship and the ice storm that didn't occur. We communicated with our community as internal stakeholders and external stakeholders that the board supported our request to waive the days that we took in September, because it was basically a state of emergency declared by the governor. So the days that we missed as a result of Hurricane Irma, we had already planned that those would be our forgiveness days, and as you know, we have those built into our calendar. However, we value instructional time, and our recommendation is that we do make up January 8th, which was this past Monday, and we've already communicated through a survey and talked to our principals today. So we would like to recommend that February 20th was scheduled to be a professional learning day, with February 19th being a holiday. We'd like to bump that up so that February 19th becomes a professional learning day, so teachers have an opportunity to make up that missed day, and then the 20th becomes a student day and not a professional learning day. So we'd like to recommend that and ask for your support in terms of moving forward with that makeup plan. Now, I will say we had a great principals meeting today, and we had really rich conversations about how we can prepare going forward. And Mr. Nicholson and Ms. Wilson and the entire teaching and learning team, Ms. Wilson's going to help us on the time made up side from a really counting the minutes type of effort for student record. And Mr. Nicholson and Kat and Troy and all the teaching and learning are going to work on providing some quality digital experiences, as well as potentially just take home that we give kids. So if we miss any more days in later January or early February, we'll have a built-in plan for us to be able to evaluate whether or not we need to make those days up. So we hope that we'll be able to pull that out. But other than, yes ma'am.
So what you're saying is the kids will still get a day off.
Yes ma'am.
The teachers just won't get a day off.
That's
That
right.
will be their work day.
That'll be their work day.
day.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
the 19th becomes the professional learning day, and the 20th was identified as a district-wide professional learning day. So in our principals meeting today, Mr. Nicholson and their team facilitated a conversation about how to best utilize that time. So the principals are involved in the planning, but that Monday the 19th was a holiday for teachers. It is now a professional learning day, and Tuesday was a holiday for students, and it's now a real day for students and teachers.
Yeah.
It is the
Okay.
Monday. And at this time, that's all the comments that I have. We'll want to confirm our board training at some point, so I can confirm with Dr. Cook, but I think we can do that outside of this group in a formal meeting. You guys can communicate. That's all the items we have.
Okay. All right, we have action items. We've got it broken up to 1 and 2 as far as recommendation for board chair and recommendation for vice chair. I open the floor up for those nominations.
I nominate Steve Bryant for chair for 2018.
Second.
Any other nominations? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Vice chair.
I nominate Ms. Wilson, Selena Wilson, sir.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda items 1 through 4. Do you want to go over any of those as far as the calendar or anything? I know that we discussed that kind of in the detail of the work session.
I'll be happy to, just if we have viewers who are watching today, to just bring to your attention that instructional minutes. We have plenty of instructional minutes, so this calendar reflects 178 days, which builds in 2 additional professional learning days for our teachers. It also is calendar option 2, which is somewhat of a slow evolution of a more balanced calendar. So our teachers will come back a little sooner in July, but our students and teachers will have the equivalent of a break and a respite about every 6 weeks. And so we feel we are really committed to taking advantage of these professional learning days and personalizing that experience for our teachers as well as really enriching that. But this is somewhat of a different calendar, and we're very excited to see how it works for our students and our teachers. So other than that, I'm excited about the step in this direction.
Good things about comments that people like that, especially for the breaks, the long breaks, where they can take vacations in October and February. So we'll see how it works. Dr. Blankenship, any changes to the
we have one addition to the personnel list on, we have an additional resignation. Matt Doyle is added. Other than that, I believe it is the same list that you had at the work session.
Okay. All right, using the consent agenda, do I have a motion that we approve items 1 through 4 as written?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. This time, it is that time of year again. It's time for us to do the evaluation of the superintendent. So we need to go to executive session for that. So I ask for a motion that we move to executive session. So moved. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
We shall return.